High school has had lots of highs and lows for me. I had met a lot of friends, found new passions, and I got to travel to New York. Twice! However, I'm gonna come out and say it. I was a pretty lazy person. I put off many reviews, top 10s, and other projects. So, yeah. So tune in next week for my review on Driver 2. Just to clarify, that review was back in 2015. And part 2 still hasn't come out. But no more laziness. No more procrastination. I'm finally back to doing what I love most. No more homework to get in my way. No more feeling like I'm useless. And no more feeling like I'm lost in a dream that I can't seem to escape. This summer, I'll try my best to give you guys at least one countdown and one review every couple of weeks. And what better way to start off my video schedule that directly ties to my high school days ending than a top 10 games that I played during my high school days. Making this list wasn't easy and some games had to be cut, but I'm ready to tackle this list. Metal Gear Solid is by far one of the best games on the PlayStation 1. While the plot is absolutely fucking nuts, it's still entertaining. Surprisingly, the title's graphics hold up in a modern context. It's clear that the limitations of the hardware were used as a means of informing the art style rather than hindering it. Shadow Moses Island feels stark, cold, and uninviting, and the visuals reflect this. Ultimately, the game acts as a perfect example of why strong art direction will always trump polygon count. Another thing I have to give praise to is the AI, which is still pretty impressive even to this day. Kojima really did think outside the box with this game, and it's really upsetting the way Konami treated him. Here's hoping Death Stranding is amazing. Every assassination game should look to Hitman Blood Money for inspiration. It's a game that makes violence look like an art. I've had 3 different playthroughs of this game on 3 different difficulties, and each one has had a different outcome. The game is hard, and it's always fun fucking with your targets. Also, this Hitman game has a super underrated soundtrack by the amazingly talented Jasper Keat. This game, despite being incredibly dark, is actually kind of funny in some places. So, if you haven't picked up this game, make sure to. I truly believe that this game can appeal to anyone. I had my doubts, but Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy is awesome. For Crash Bandicoot 1, they turned down the unnecessary difficulty and Crash controls way better. As for Crash Bandicoot 2, they amped up the difficulty and improved the jetpack controls. And as for Crash Bandicoot 3, they improved on the vehicles, for the most part, and made the game, well, better. The Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy is truly the best way to experience these games. Now, of course, they're not perfect. Some of the animations are missing, and yeah, sometimes the hitboxes aren't the best, but other than that, I'd say the games are pretty good. Certainly better than whatever Radical Entertainment put out. Ugh. The less said about Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans, the better. Fuck! Kong Country 2 is the Empire Strikes Back of the Donkey Kong Country series. And today on words that you think you'd never hear in a sentence together. Anyways, the graphics are wonderful, the music is incredible, the level design is spectacular, and honestly, I have no clue why Nintendo didn't include this in the SNES Classic Edition. They included one, so hey, why not two? So the only people that can really get the most out of this game are the people that own an SNES, a Wii, or a Wii U, to the 5 people that own one of those. And I guess people that own a Game Boy Advance, but I wouldn't call playing Donkey Kong Country 2 on that thing the best way to play it. Anyways, Donkey Kong Country 2 is fantastic, and I'd recommend playing it for the soundtrack alone. So, you're in a predicament. You get Smash Bros. Brawl, but the game isn't as fast-paced as Melee. You pick up Melee, but you miss Brawl's awesome roster. What do? You pick up your copy of Brawl, you get a 2GB non-SDHC SD card, and you install Project M. And bada boom, bada bing, problem resolved. Yes, I know. This is a Super Smash Bros. Brawl mod. I know this for a fact. However, it does enough stuff different from Brawl to be considered its own game. For one, it brings the competitive aspect of Melee into it, and even brings back some of the techniques such as L canceling and wave dashing. And two, it adds new characters to the roster. So, similar to Team Fortress Classic, this is a mod that does enough stuff different to be considered its own game, and what a game it is. My favorite part of the game is, in fact, not the competitive side, but the customization side. You can straight up install new characters, and when I found out that there was a Mudkip mod for Squirtle, you know I jumped on that bandwagon. No offense to Squirtle, he's still awesome. Did I just call a... Did I just say no offense to a fictional character? Oh, whatever. Bottom line is, if you have Brawl, install this mod, because you will not regret it. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is where the GTA series peaked for me. This game has a great soundtrack, fantastic voice work, it even pulls in Samuel L. Jackson, yes, Mace freaking Windu. The game also boasts an amazing atmosphere with great writing and fun driving controls. I also love how huge the map is, spanning across various biomes and various cities with various factions inhabiting each one. I also love how you can steal certain vehicles like a cop car or a fire truck and trigger certain jobs. I know this stuff was in other Grand Theft Auto games, but with a whole state to explore, these side activities were made way more fun. So if you've been living under a rock for the past, I don't know, how long has this game been out? Yeah, that long. You should definitely do yourself a favor and play this game, because it is a masterpiece. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is the greatest game Nintendo has ever put out. Bottom line, no competition except for maybe Knack, but that's besides the point. The game does not hold you back from anything. As soon as you leave the tutorial area, which is pretty large in and of itself, you can head right for the final boss. But why would you want to do that when you have a completely free to explore world where you can do anything you want? Bottom line, I'd get this game. It's bloody fantastic. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I initially hated New Vegas. Why? Because I was a dumb, stupid idiot that bought the game on PS3 because my PC couldn't handle it, and I didn't own, and still don't own, an Xbox 360, so I couldn't play the superior version. So I was shit out of luck. Simply put, the game was buggy, and after a couple of hours, my game started to run like piss. But it seems that luck was on my side because come Christmas of 2015, I got a graphic card for my PC, which meant I could finally play the best possible version of New Vegas. And oh boy, this game is incredible in every sense of the word. I don't want to explain why I love this game so much because I already went in depth in my previous top 10, which you can find on my old channel. I left the link in the description. I don't feel like talking about this game a billion times. Blah, 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 something, 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 blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Honorable mentions. And the number one pick goes to, oh boy, Sonic is, quite frankly, pretty strange. His fans are weird, he's weird, the artwork of him on DeviantArt is terrifying. Seriously, do not search up Sonic on DeviantArt. And his series is weird. Why, you may ask? Well, Sega could release an amazing game, and then a couple years later, they'll release Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric, and the less said about that game, well, the better. Luckily, Sonic Mania is not Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric. Sonic Mania is so good that after I played it,
beat the fuck out of my dick so goddamn hard that I can't even feel my left leg. My left leg has went totally numb. And my dick has also went totally numb to the point where it feels fucking weird when I go and take a piss.
Sonic Mania is an awesome celebration of the past and the present with tight controls, music that is absolutely incredible, and amazing level design. For the most part, Titanic Monarch can go fuck itself. And most importantly, it's my favorite game that I was introduced to during my high school days. This has been Alexander Rakunas, aka The Rakunas Show, signing out. If you liked what you see here, make sure to subscribe, tap that bell, and leave a like and a comment. Thanks for watching.